Welcome to the TARDIS 37. This is part two of my epic Batcave review. And in this part, I'm looking at the unmasked Batman and the accessories in this set. So, again, I apologize for making this a two-part video. I know those are super annoying. Due to my time, limits, and also the fact that I want both of these, the cave and the figure and the accessories as well, to have just amount of enough, just the same amount of time just so we can really just climb them and see what really makes them great. So yeah, as you can see, we have the man of the hour, unmasked Bruce Wayne, right here, and this thing is amazing. And talking. Okay, yeah. This is very much the same figure as the other Batmans in the line, just with a new head. And this set is priced at 100, but it's Walmart exclusive. It's dropped to about 88, if I'm not mistaken. So is this figure the cave is definitely worth it for 100, but is this figure with that really worth it? Well, to be honest, in my opinion, yes. And the reason being is just look at the detail on the face sculpt. This looks so much like Ben Affleck. It is amazing. And I know it's not the best, but to me it does. Especially when the DC Multiverse figure looked nothing like Ben Affleck at all. But this actually looks a lot like him. I feel the painting's really nice on the eyes and the eyebrows, the 5 o'clock shadow, the gray hair, and just little bits like the gray in the front and the back. It looks really good and it looks a lot like Ben Affleck. And I think Mattel has just done an amazing job on this sculpt and paint application. And also, I mean, who doesn't love an all masked Bruce Wayne figure? I mean, we all love that. So yeah. And essentially, it is the same detail wise. The only thing really missing besides the mask is the cape. But I'm sure there was some form of reason behind that. I don't really know the reason, but I'm sure they had one. But it looks pretty cool. The detailing on the bat is nice, and same with the gloves and the belt. Again, there's not much to really say as it is the same figure, but as for articulation, you do get a 360. The arms and the head, bendability at the elbow, and there is also a 360 as well. The legs do kick out and bend, so basic articulation. But I think for something that's supposed to be a basic figure, it has an amazing head sculpt. I really do like this. So bringing in Batman over here, the mass version, here you can see a comparison. Essentially the same figure. However, I will point out one thing. I don't know if it's the lighting, but this actually looks like it has a darker shade of gray to me than this one does. Like this looks like more of whitish gray, but this actually appears to be more darker gray. I can't really tell. Yeah, it actually does look to be more darker gray. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it does look more darker gray. So that's really cool. And also, the belt is silver instead of yellow. And it's kind of like how this belt on the Nightmare slash Blast Attack Batman is silver. So, yeah. Ultimately, really cool. Now, let's go into the accessories because there's some amazing ones in this figure. The first and by far most kind of biggest and important accessory is this snap-on armor that you get. You can pretty much create Batman in his armored suit, and just as comparison to the armored Batman from Toys R Us, you can see it's not the best representation, but to be honest, I feel it actually works pretty well. And most playsets these days they won't even give you one figure. So I like that they give you a figure and the accessories to turn him into Batman. And something really cool is you might can see the gray and you might find that a little bit annoying, but what's cool about that is instead of just making this an entire mold, because of how they designed this, Batman can still harness his articulation. And there's a lot of figures that they have this snap-on armor and but they can't really do the whole articulation because of how the snap-on armor goes on. But because of how they set this up, Batman can still be articulated and still have the armor. So that's really amazing. And I'm really glad that they chose to do that. So yeah, this is him in his armored Batman suit. Like I said, it's not the best, but I think for what this comes with, I think it's really cool. And you can put it on the display like it was. But yeah, I think it's really neat. And it just looks all around really cool. I do like that they included this detailing and these kind of accessories. So moving on to the other accessories in this set. We have back here Batman's arsenal. So yeah, let's get in that. First thing is Batman's kind of bow and arrow. No idea why he has this, but this was actually in Dawn of Justice. So I'm really glad that they chose to include this. And I don't think it's the best accessory, but I mean, I think it's pretty good. And it's kind of like a pay attention to detail kind of thing, like how it was in the film. So I'm glad that they did include that. And yeah, on to the next ones. So up next we have these two. I don't know if you can see them, but these two batarangs, which I'm hoping you can see. I'm putting them in my hand. And yeah, so I really like them. They're really cool. And they're very tiny. I believe these are the ones from the multiverse line, but I do not know. As this kind of like a combination between multiverse and basic line. But it's really neat, and they can be kind of slotted into Batman's hands, but they are very tiny, so as you can see, it's like hard for them to really sit. But I still think it's great that they chose to include these, as there wasn't really any Batarangs in the basic line. So the fact that they made some for this set, or at least re-released some for this set from another line, I think is pretty cool. And yeah, so the next accessories. Also, there is four Batarangs. I just chose to show two. Up next, we got these this gun, and I believe I'm not sure if that was well, my bad. Sorry about that. Not sure if this was in the film, but I think it's pretty cool. I think this did come out with another figure, and they might have re-released it. But yeah, I do like this. Batman had like a ton of guns, like his arsenal and stuff, so it's kind of cool that they chose to bring this out. The handle, my only problem with it, it's very flimsy, so it doesn't really want to go in. But yeah, I still think it's a very nicely detailed one. Here we have this gun. It's really cool. It's a long one, and it just looks pretty awesome. I really like this one, and I think it's great. So yeah, really nice to have this one in the collection. And on to the last three. Next are these bat cuffs. They're really cool, and let's see if I can try and find a figure to put them on, and if they work. They fit very well on the DC Multiverse Lex Luthor, and that's really cool as this is the prison version of him. So, yeah, I really like the handcuffs or the back cuffs. They look great. So, yes. This Batman gun, if I'm not mistaken, is actually based on one that appeared in one of the Frank Miller books. I do not know, but I've heard that before. And I think it looks really cool. I like the big style of it and the small handle. It just looks like a really awesome, kind of like a little bit of a sci-fi weapon, but it still looks really cool, and I do like it. And yes, the last two. Here we have this, which I believe is supposed to be like bat binoculars or something like that, but it might also be a bat grenade. I'm not really sure. But you get two of them, and I think it's a really cool design. So, yeah, I do like this. And lastly, we have my favorite accessory. That is the Batman gun, like the grapnel gun. And this thing just looks so awesome. It's really tiny, but really cool. And when they shown this off for the movie with the one handle, I freaked out because, I wasn't really a big fan of Dawn of Justice, but I love everything they did with Batman in that movie. The suit was amazing. The Batcave, well, I didn't really like the Batcave, but I do love this Batcave. And the Batmobile is really cool, but I really like the Batsuit, and I really like Ben Affleck's portrayal of the character, and I really love this gun. So I'm glad that they made this grapnel gun. It looks amazing, and yeah. So ultimately, I love this set, and just gonna like the last few minutes talk about it, or like the last minute or something. I don't really know. But I really love the accessories. They're all amazing. I like that you can convert Batman into armored Batman. I love the on-mask Bruce Wayne, and I really do like these accessories. And I also love that not Fisher Price, sorry about that, Mattel, which I like that they paid so much attention to Batman v Superman, because like this weapon and some of the weapons on the arsenal back there are just taken straight out of the film. The Robin Memorial, the fact that Batman's mask is over here is just like it is when Alfred, like when they kind of come in during that scene. I mean, there's a lot of things in this set that are very screen accurate, and I'm very glad that they chose to do this. Ultimately, I love this set. I 100% recommend it. All of the accessories are amazing, and I really like them. And my favorite part about this would probably have to be Bruce Wayne. I just really love this figure. I think it's great. As for my favorite part of the actual play set, I love that Robin Memorial. It is just, that is what really won this thing over for me. It is so incredible. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I do recommend this.